can you hear still? Give me a kiss. I wasn't finished dreaming about your lips.
Hook punches are shoulder abduction and adduction. The agonist muscle for the inward movement is the tricep and the antagonist muscle is the bicep. Uppercut is the rotation of the body and shoulder flexion and extension. The agonist muscle is the bicep for the inward movement. While side jumping and squatting, this is working out your quad, your agonist muscle, and your hamstring, your antagonist muscle. While jumping, you're stretching out your gastrocnemius and your quads.
Don't wake me up, don't wake me up.
Starting off with a side kick, this is the hip adduction and abduction. On the outward motion, the agonist muscle is the hamstring and the antagonist muscle is the quadriceps. Jabs are elbow flexion and extension. The agonist muscle on the outward movement is the tricep and the antagonist muscle is the bicep. Cross is shoulder extension and flexion, and also elbow flexion and extension. When the shoulders extend, the agonist muscle is the tricep and the antagonist muscle is the bicep.
Get on my level. You're killing my vibe, need to get on my level. Time to be special. I be loving the rush of the blood in my vessels. I feel like a rebel. I got silver and gold, I don't need me a medal. Ride for the night and I don't wanna settle.
Doing good. Back kicks are hip extension and flexion. The agonist muscle with the extension is the quadricep, and the antagonist muscle is the hamstring. Front kicks are knee flexion and extension. The agonist muscle for extension is the quadricep, and the antagonist muscle is the hamstring.
Get on the level. You're killing my vibe, need to get on my level.
Here we are squatting, which is working our gluteus maximus, hamstrings, and quads. Starting off with jab, this is the extension flexion of the elbow. With the outward movement, and the agonist is the tricep and the antagonist is the bicep. These two swap over for the inward movement. A cross is shoulder flexion and extension. The agonist and antagonist muscles are the same. Uppercut is shoulder flexion and extension. A hook is abduction and abduction. The outward motion is abducting and the antagonist muscle is bicep and the antagonist muscle is tricep. These swap over in the inward movement. Front kicks are a good example of a knee flexion and extension, where the agonist muscle is the quadricep and the antagonist muscle is the hamstring on the outward movement. Back kick is hip extension and flexion. Side kick is hip adduction and adduction. The outward motion for the side kick makes the agonist muscle the hamstring and the antagonist muscle the quad, then swaps over in inward motion.
It is playing.
my face above the water. My feet can't touch the ground, and it feels like I can see the sands on the horizon every time you are not around, slowly drifting.
Here we see knee flexion. The agonist muscle when flexing the knee is the hamstring, and the antagonist muscle is the quadricep.
And it feels like I'm drowning, pulling against the stream, pulling against the wave. Wave after wave, wave after wave, I'm slowly drifting.
Hip flexion and extension. On the outward movement, the agonist muscle is the quadricep and the antagonist muscle is the hamstring.
Touch the ground, and it feels like I can see the sands on the horizon every time you are not around, I'm slowly drifting away. Wave after wave, wave after wave, I'm slowly drifting. And it feels like I'm drowning, pulling against the stream.
Hip adduction. Aeroplane stretch is hip extension. Also, we have shoulder abduction and adduction. The agonist muscle for the abduction is the bicep, and the antagonist muscle is the tricep. Arm circles are a good example of circumduction. The agonist muscle for the front part of the circle is the tricep, and the antagonist muscle is the bicep. This also shows shoulder abduction and adduction, knee flexion and extension, and hip extension. The agonist muscle for the knee extension is the hamstring, and the antagonist muscle is the quadricep.
Ask me what I did with my life.
Shoulder abduction and adduction.
If I lose my